Yeah, you know, obviously bringing in new pieces in this window and having Sonny come in and help strengthen our attack big time. What I've loved more than anything is his ability to hold the ball for us too. The way he checks down in the pockets, and as a defender, especially playing on Denis' side, I know I've always got the run in behind. But now, as he's running in behind when Sonny's checking and I can play feet as well, it just opens the game up. He's able to turn, find the right passes. It helps so much in the way that we defend. It's like they always say, you know, like the way that you attack helps you defend, the way you defend helps you attack. And so it's very true having the attackers that we have now. It's going to be fun. This is just having him here for a couple weeks, you know, and having him gel with the team. So it's going to be fun to see how this progresses over the next couple months. Yeah, it's a good question. Too much to say probably in a short interview. Maybe grateful is the word for just the way that he's come in from day one, stepped in as a leader, great locker room guy, a guy that is able to connect with anybody on the team. Hilarious the way that he's joined in the banter with the team. And so sometimes it just takes a while to get to know the culture and to kind of implement your own personality into the team. And Sonny's just been from day one. You can see, you know, he's leading the guys, taking the guys in under his wing, connecting with the team, and has immediately made his impact on this club. So again, excited to see what he continues to do, especially over the next couple months this year. Yeah, it's fun because nobody really knows him yet here locally in this league. You know, everybody knows of Sonny internationally, but here in the MLS, like, what is he going to do? What kind of player is he going to be? There's not a ton of video on him yet, so they're going to have their hands full. It's hard when you don't know. You know, we as a club are still learning how to use him to his fullness. And so impossible for Dallas to put together a game plan to stop him. So even if you know what he's going to do, he's hard to stop. So not knowing what he's going to do makes it that much harder. You hear so much about him, right? And internationally, he's got this kind of persona, the way he's known. And you always are just questioning, like, okay, what is he really like in real life when you meet him? And coming into this club, I think it's more true even what he said. He's the nicest guy in the locker room. He will connect with anybody from any different culture, any different language. He's always smiling, always happy. He's not afraid to let his personality out. So he's joking with the guys. He's entertaining, talking, all of the things. So so far, amazing pickup. But that's what the club has done since day one. Since I've been here, the club has brought in some amazing talent, really, really high-level players. And more than just the way they are on the field, they make sure that these guys are the type of guys that also lift the level of the locker room. And the camaraderie here has always been amazing. The culture's been amazing. And Sonny, I think, is already adding to it and will continue to add to it. Every game is being treated like a playoff game. Excited for Sonny to get his first home game, to see the crowd there. He hasn't been able to experience that yet in its fullness. And it's something special. And it's something you don't see often in other clubs across the league, and so he really hasn't gotten that taste. Obviously, he draws a crowd anywhere he goes, but it's going to be special being at BMO for the first time with him. Yeah, there's no question. With the level of quality he brings, like I've said, he's already lifted our level, and the way that he can get the ball in space and turn, the way that he can run in behind, he's so dynamic with his movements. I'm yet to see something he can't do. Oh, header. He can't head the ball. He cannot head the ball. I'm going to go teach him. He also can't throw a baseball. I'm teaching him right now. He needs to learn this stuff. He's in the U.S. now. But no, on the field, he's just a different sort of playmaker and a guy that really helps connect all of our attack. So what he's been able to do already in the 2-3 weeks he's been here, I think is forecasting what he's going to be able to do once he even gets more comfortable with the club. And so really excited for where it's going. Yeah, we were just talking about in New England, never sells out their stadium, but they had sold out their lower bowl, and it was pretty quiet though still. Like, the fans weren't really too much a part of the game until Sonny touched the ball. Every time Sonny would touch the ball in a dangerous area, the crowd would kind of come alive, even more so than when their own team was controlling the ball or pushing for an attack. So I think he's that sort of player. He's going to draw a crowd anywhere he goes, and so now I'm excited for him to be back at BMO, be home, and be in front of the home crowd and see how electric it's going to be.
He's not mentioned anything to me, and judging by his smiles that he brings every day to work, I don't see any issues. I don't know his living situation, but I'm sure that'll be sorted soon, and that always helps. But he looks very happy, and he's playing well, and so I think it's been a good transition for him. No. Flexible meaning we see him, as well as our other attackers, switching positions during the game. There will be games where maybe he plays on the flanks, maybe he plays through the middle. They have the freedom to change positions during the game. It all depends on the opponent. It all depends on our tactical solutions for that particular match. There's also a physical and health component, if there are injuries, not injuries. So there's many factors that get weighed into a decision like that. But we know what he can do and that he's useful in all attacking positions. And we intend to use him that way. I think it's a sense of extra motivation that the group has, and kind of a little bit of wind in our sails, and a little bit of confidence that you bring in such a high quality player as Sonny is. The team needed that, and I think the team is using that, and I think you can see the team playing with a little more confidence, and now it's maintaining that momentum moving forward in the next couple of weeks to finish in a strong fashion. I wish I had a camera this way to see how you're sweating, and then the question is perfect. We manage training for everyone, and so we take weather in consideration. We take in our physical loading over the past couple of weeks. We take in not just the team's physical state, also mental state, but also individually. So Sonny is finishing his preseason, if you will, and we have shortened training sessions. We have taken the intensity out to be sure that on game day every player feels 100% fresh and ready to go. Nothing. I think his career is well documented, and so we've obviously watched him for many years, function at a high level. What stands out the most so far has been his just game intelligence or game IQ, adapting to our league and our way of playing very quickly in a very short amount of time. I think that is what has impressed me the most, but didn't surprise me. We knew he was capable of doing that. Yeah, I think I mentioned earlier, he's only been here a couple of weeks, but it feels like he's been here a year. How well his integration process has gone along. That speaks for Sonny, that also speaks for LAFC and his teammates. I think just his ability to adapt so quickly and his intelligence on the fields of learning the MLS, learning LAFC, that has impressed me the most. He'll attract more attention, he'll attract more defenders. Defenders will stay closer to him, he will get double teamed, which will mean that somebody else is open. And so I think there are indirect ways he can help us and how others can profit. His qualities are what they are. He's proven himself time and time again at the highest levels, and that's what you bring in first and foremost. On top of that, you bring a player whose profile fits exactly what we look for in one of those three positions up top. And I think I've mentioned this before, Sonny is a player we've talked about for many years at this club. That is the type of player that we look for, the type of attacker that fits in well with our system, the type of attacker that will be successful in this league. And we couldn't be happier to finally have him here in LA. And again, his adaptation period has been very rapid and quite impressive. It's been very positive and uplifting and busier. I mean, it was similar to when I was named the head coach, similar vibe around the club. It's been awesome, and it's great for us, it's great for the league, it's great for Sonny, but when you get to know him as a person and you see his charisma and you feel his presence, it's very understandable too, and it's very logical that he does excite people and fans, members of the media, and people around our club. I see our youth coaches and employees around the club want to watch more training sessions. 2 weeks ago we couldn't have been more boring, now we're not. So yes, it's an out of excitement and level that players of his stature bring to our club. And we've had some experiences with in the past with some other players, whether it's Giorgio, Gareth Bale, Carlos Vela, to name a few, obviously Hugo and Olivier. So we have some experience, but Sonny is in his own right a little different, and anytime you bring in something different, it's a little more interesting too, and so it's wonderful to have that as well. And again, we're very, very pleased he's here.
More specifically, I mean, we've only had the 2 games with him, But one thing I noticed that was big in the New England game was his ability to manage the ball towards the end. We were in a little bit of a low block. I believe Nate had played it inwards to him, and then he had kind of two guys around him, and he did a good job of just kind of relieving the pressure to where maybe sometimes we might not have the fluidity to do that. And he's really good under the pocket. He's got a great awareness of where he needs to be. So defensively, he can actually take some of the pressure off of us. Same thing that he did with the final goal. You know, maybe we just win the game 1-0 and they still create chances, but beating them off 2-0 was a much better outcome for us. So he's good in those late game situations. His cleanliness on the field, like the craft, is very, very smooth, very sharp. He does things at a particular quality that I really appreciate, and also just as a guy, yeah, like I was saying, he's just what a guy. Just really what a guy. He's great fun to be around. I feel like I've known him for a couple years now. Like he's very friendly, very outgoing. He's really good with pushing a lot of the guys. He's got a great mentality, which is great, and he fits right in with the bunch seamlessly. So it's been virtually effortless. I think he actually really is enjoying himself out here. Yeah, I think there should be a lot of fans there, whether for me or for Sonny. Who's to say? Well, you know, we can't really differentiate. They could be there for me or him. I don't know. But outside of that, I think yeah, it's all just business. I mean, I have friends there, but none that I'm, you know, no one's more important than the job. I very much love what I do, and 3 points is my best friend, and he will remain my best friend. So yeah, getting a win and climbing the table, I know that we have a couple games in hand, and if we take these games in hand, we can really set ourselves up for being, I believe, second, just behind San Diego. So that would be great.